I have Lori Spagna with me. Hello, Lori.
Hello, Scott. How are you?
Awesome. Great to see you.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. You are one of the, we're at the Conscious Life Expo at the LAX Hilton in Los Angeles right now. And you're always, I say a big figure in this. You give great talks, lectures. And people are very curious these days. You're a great person to ask about ascension. We're hearing about ascension. We're ascending. Someone's ascending. Does it look different? What does it mean? Is the energy different in 2020? What can you say about that?
Yeah, the energy is really different. Well, basically when we're talking about ascension, we're really talking about the awakening of humanity. And it's happening across all levels and layers across the globe. So we're seeing it economically, socially, politically, personally, spiritually.
Yeah.
Everything shifting. And it's really about us awakening and transforming. So if we think about the old paradigm before ascension, we're talking about a fear-based reality that's based in us, basically functioning from fear, domination, manipulation, control, coercion, secrecy, unconsciousness.
Can we awaken and have things still stay the same? Can we just keep our old life but still awaken? Or are things going to have to change?
No, you really actually have to consciously participate in it. You have to make a conscious choice, because the new paradigm is where you, whoever you are, decide to make changes within yourself about everything you believe and perceive, and all of your conscious and unconscious beliefs and thoughts and ideas, all your energetic vibration, your way of being, so that you shift from that fear-based reality, and so that you start activating and awakening and aligning with a new peace, love, joy-based reality. And that becomes the totality of how you exist. So in the old paradigm, our way of being was mostly left-brained.
Okay.
You analyze everything, figure everything out,
Logic.
judge. Yes.
Judge.
In the new paradigm, we become more left brain, right brain balance, but more even heart center. We shift from being electric to being magnetic. We're magnetically navigating our reality from a heart-centered way of being.
And weren't we born that way? We just sort of conditioned our way out of that, and that's the pain of coming back to our natural, authentic way of being?
I don't know if we were really born that way. Here's why. I believe that what we were born into was God's playground. And like just a circus, basically.
Right.
Whatever experience you chose to buy into, but it was based in a fear-based frequency. Like, there's all kinds of stories where we were born into and then we ate from the garden of good and evil. Like, what were we born into? We were born into God's playground.
So for people who are experiencing some changes, and they're thinking, okay, some things are changing, it's a little uncomfortable, what should they be doing with themselves as far as self-care? Yeah. Meditation.
One of the most important things is the process of ascension that everyone's going through, whether they know it or not, is requiring, I always say, 4 major steps. The first is we have to start identifying everything within us, all thoughts, beliefs, belief systems, feelings, emotions, energies, anxiety situations that are of the old paradigm.
So that means sort of tapping in. A lot of us aren't used to that. We got to learn how to do that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have to start accessing that stuff within us that we have suppressed and repressed, denied, ignored, pretended wasn't there. And we have to start working with that. So that's the first step. The second step is the working it with it, which is like starting to identify, what do we do with this? Like, what do you do with your anger that you suppressed? What do you do with your sadness, your grief, your fear? How do you transmute that? And that's the second step, is really when you start working with it, how do you transmute it? The third step, and it's not linear, by the way, Scott.
Okay.
Is that you start downloading and also activating from within you.
Yeah.
And from the true awareness of all that is, the true divinity, you start downloading and activating and awakening that which has been dormant. That is the divine. That is infinite wisdom, knowledge, the gifts.
Right.
Of consciousness. That's the third step.
A lot of people don't know out there, because they're looking for something outside to bring in. They don't know there's just so much inside to be activated. What can they do to have those
let me just first say the fourth step is to start making new choices, new behaviors, new actions, which are entirely based, to the best of our ability, more and more, right? It's a process, not a pill.
Sure.
In the new paradigm, which is based in love, peace, joy, kindness, compassion, forgiveness, understanding, etc. So we start behaving according to a whole new moral, so to speak, moral compass, you know, we start embodying new virtues and behaving according to those. Magnanimity, integrity, honesty, authenticity, sincerity. Those are not ways of behaving in the old paradigm.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So that's basically the process. But then what
Okay.
was the other thing you asked me, Scott? I'm sorry.
Oh, just about, what was it about? Okay, so what do people do when so once they accept that there is so much wisdom inside them that they don't need to search outside themselves so much, just activate what's in them and read that. What can they do to make that process happen?
Well, here's the part of the dichotomy, because even though it is all within us, it is also all without. It's also external in a sense.
Okay.
So only from the sense of like you're a physical being. In truth, that's its own limitation, right? But the idea is that part of what's bringing us together, because old paradigm is based in separation. We're separate.
Yep.
Separate from ourselves, separate from source, countries,
Yes.
separate from one another, planets separate. The new paradigm is unity and oneness.
Right.
So it still means we need one another. So even though you know everything's within you, at the same time, we're here to support and assist one another. So if you don't know, and if this stuff is new to you, coming to a place like an expo, workshops, online workshops, seminars, retreats, that's important. That's an important step.
Sure, taking classes, doing meditation.
And absolutely, the meditation part, you can do it alone, you can do it in groups.
Right.
These are all new parts of it, because some of the behaviors definitely involve meditation, definitely involve nature, solitude, and communion. So there's so many parts of that. Yeah?
There's their coaching they can get from your website?
Yeah, people can come to my website. They can get, one of the things I do is DNA activation. So we're activating dormant DNA. And we know that all of these gifts are dormant. They're all coded, but yet some of it's uncoded, which means it's blueprints that are not yet read in our DNA. And so when we start to activate that, we start to awaken that within ourselves. That's one of the things they can get at my website. That's one of the things I do, is help people activate their dormant potential. As a healer, when I'm working with people, I'm helping them clear out that old stuff.
Right.
So whether it's unconscious or in their DNA. So yeah, it's all on my website. It's at lorispagna.com.
And we got to spell your name.
Thank you. It's LORISPAGNA. And yeah, they can get some really great free gifts, by the way. They can get a gifted DNA activation if they go to lorispagna.com/free gifts/DNA. They can also work with, if they're animal lovers, it's a huge part of what I do.
Yes, it is.
I work with the animals, and I'm an animal communicator, and I help translate for the animals what their role is and teach people animal communication. So they can get some amazing gifts for them and their animals at lorispagna.com/free gifts/animals. And then if they resonate we didn't talk so much about this, but if they resonate as a star being or an indigo tribe member, they can get some amazing stuff. If you resonate with that, or if you want to know more on that topic area, lorispagna.com/free gifts/starseed. And if that's a buzzword, you'll know what you'll get it.
Right, exactly.
If that resonates for you.
And if you're seeing this live now, come to the Conscious Life Expo at the LAX Hilton this weekend. And
oh, can I say also, I don't even have my stuff in front of me, but I am on the Ascension panel on Saturday. I am doing a free workshop where they can get clearings and activations. They can sample the stuff out on Saturday afternoon. I should have had my book in front of me, but
it's okay. Yep.
Saturday
when you come
afternoon.
down, there's a schedule.
Then Sunday I have a free lecture on the DNA, and on Monday I have a post-conference, Monday morning at 11 a.m. And that's where you can you can join me for a DNA activation, and it's all channeled information, energy, healing, amazing stuff. That's the post-conference.
So come on down to the Lori Spagna conference here in Los Angeles.
You're funny,
Awesome.
Scott.
Thank you very much for being here.
Scott, thank you so much for having me. Love you so much. Thanks.
Thank you all for watching.